on, everyone. Thanks for checking out Clever TV. I'm Dana Ward, hanging with Grace Phipps.
Hi, so good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Oh my gosh, you were up there looking like a star on the Comic-Con panel.
I know, we paneled at Comic-Con. I'll have a panic attack about that later. I'm repressing it right now.
Yeah.
I saw you though, and that was comforting. I was like, oh, hi.
We got a front row seat, which was so
Yeah, I
insane.
know, that's awesome.
And we got to see the next episode before anyone else. You guys haven't even seen it,
I haven't
right?
even seen it. It's totally not fair. we were all sitting there with like our ears pressed, like kind of like that, like trying to hear all the cuts and like hear everything that was going on, because like we didn't even really know. Like we're like 20 minutes. What happens exactly in 20 minutes? So we know before we go out there. Yeah.
What
It was fun.
What is it like when you actually do see your work after you've completed it? Is it something totally different, or is it reminiscent of what you shot and what you remember?
It's interesting. Well, it's fun to be able to see the special effects take form.
Yeah.
Because you shoot them and you don't really know what they're going to look like. Mm-hmm. And then it's really fun to see everything like kind of cut together, and especially when it's big long scenes that are like mashed between like you like go to this location and then cut to this location, and then like with the music and everything, it really is a lot different than exactly what your experience was.
Mm-hmm. Now, a new race has been introduced.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What can you tell us about this race? And how does it change the dynamic in your friendship?
Well, I think it's interesting because Amy and Paul have so much trouble just adjusting to the fact that there's one thing. And so you don't really even extend it to the fact that, well, there's probably other things.
Probably.
I mean, biological stretch, but this is interesting to be able to see the relationships between, like, they're both outcasted from normal human society, but then the hierarchy within them is really interesting.
How would you describe the Jackals?
The Jackals are bad news Jackals.
And like, what happens with them throughout the rest of the new episodes?
Sorry. They are more outcast from actual human society than even the Mai. Wow. And so they're a lot more rugged, which makes them more frightening. They have less society in their culture, so it becomes a little bit more frightening and more aggressive. And it's interesting, the manipulation of that, and like you want for things to be good with the new race. And you want everything to be hunky dory, especially like you'd think like all these minorities should hub together and like be non-human, but no, there's the hierarchy within them, and it becomes even an allegory for racism, and it's frightening, with especially like because it's hate, but it's superhuman hate.
Now, we have heard that the finale is going to host a few major fights. There's going to be some death involved, very intense. Is Amy going to be a part of this in any way?
Fighting?
Yeah. Any more stunt work?
No, lots of running, and then that's kind of where it goes right now. There's running and driving on our end, but I got to see all of the fights happen, and they're really fantastic, and everybody coming back from having gotten the fight choreography was really fantastic, and like it was like they all came in and they're just like sweating, and they're just like and then they have to like look pretty and go shoot something, and
you're just well rested,
and I was like, oh, I was just hanging out in the air conditioning, yeah, just hanging out my heels, whatever.
Yeah. What's coming up with Amy? I know that it was mentioned, someone brought up your singing that you already had. So exciting. Everyone loved it. Might there be more?
There's no more Amy singing for the rest of the episodes that we've filmed. There's probably, you can always imagine it, like not on camera. Yeah. There's always, I think that probably Amy goes home and fiddles around with her guitar every day after school.
Yeah.
And like it's just like the transition from school to homework, to going to the coffee shop, to saving someone's life, or helping save someone's life. But no, there's no more on these, but hopefully, yes, Amy will sing again.
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Last thing, why are you so excited to be at Comic-Con?
Oh my God, I'm so excited for a Comic-Con! I was gonna go anyway, and so like I was totally gonna go anyway, and then so the only difference now is like I paneled at Comic-Con, like I thought that like when I was like daydreaming driving to my art school, you think about that, but you don't really actually realize that could possibly happen, that you could actually panel at Comic-Con. Like,
Insider
depressing
perspective. Insider perspective. What is it like to be on a panel at Comic-Con with all of your biggest fans in front of you? Press, lights, action. Spoilers.
ooh. It was, I don't know, it's really like, you don't think about the fact that people are watching the show, you know, you kind of get it, but then you realize, like, it's people, and they're at home, and they're invested in the story the same way that you are, and it's just kind of, rephrasal, not kind of at all, very, very, very surreal.
Very, very surreal. One last thing, congratulations, Teen Choice Awards. Oh my gosh, what was your initial reaction when you found out?
It was a Amy squeal that I used to not do that I do now. I was reading the email on my phone in my bathroom in Texas when I was visiting my parents, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" And I think it was a, "Oh my god, mom!" It was exactly what happened. But
And then what about your castmates? Did you talk to them right away? How did that go?
yeah, I called and texted, and I was like, "Skylar, congratulations!" And you know,
All that good
yeah.
stuff.
Lots of squealing, lots of phone calls, lots of texting.
And why do you hope the 9 Lives of Chloe King should win?
Oh, because it's awesome. I mean, if I wasn't on the show, I'd still be a fan of the show. So, I mean, I would still be online voting. It's I think the show is fantastic. It's like every element of television that I love. So, it should totally win. It has everything television should have.
So awesome. Well, fingers crossed for you guys. Fingers crossed. You guys are such a great cast. And I will say, just seeing you all up there together and interacting, it really did seem like you guys are a family. Part of ABC family.
ABC family.
Do you feel like you have a close bond with your castmates?
Yeah, no, everybody I'm so close with. Actually, today kind of reminded me of the first table read that we had, like for the pilot. We all sat down, and it was interesting though, because it was like we didn't really all know each other, but there were lots and lots of people, and then we all just like kind of sat down, and it was like Skylar and me and Ki-hong, and we were just kind of like had this moment of looking at each other, and it's like, all right, let's be best friends now. And that's kind of how it went down, because we knew we had to anyway, and so it is like immediate bond.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Grace Phipps, thank you so much. This was
thank
lots
you so
of fun.
much.
It's nice to rendezvous in San Diego at Comic-Con, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
So fun. Make sure you guys stay posted to Clever TV for more deets on this fabulous ABC Family show. I'm Dana Ward, and we'll see you soon.